Good evening, Clem. We'll be going here shortly. Just been a little while again, but we're a little bit late tonight, but we made it. We made it. So we got some viewers here, so we'll get this show on the road. Welcome in. Back on the gold claim. It's been since last Friday, so it's been close to a week. There has been some traffic on the server, so looks like they did move some pay. I've got decent money. Let me switch back to the gold industries here. So yeah, looks like we're cleared off the overburden. We're moving some pay now. I'll probably clear this shelf, then I'll move back and move another shelf. Not sure if anybody's going to get on tonight. I didn't really communicate with anybody, so hopefully they see that I go live. They may jump on and give me a hand, but I'm going to be working by myself, it looks like, most of the time, so it's okay. It's just a little bit slower moving by yourself. Alright, so we got pay dirt. Everything looks like it's set. Let's see, that didn't work. So I'm not able to activate it for some reason. Oh, probably because I'm not admin right now. Would be my guess. I think I know what this password is. Yeah, that was it. That was it. So yeah, you can't dig dirt if you don't have the permissions. Which could be a good thing, but the server that we're on right now is not that big of a deal. But we got some good news. For MR came into our Discord and sent some messages, some positive information about Terraform. So it looks like the next update for Giants 1.7, we will be getting a fix for the terraforming. The in-game terraform, basically having issues with that. So that would be huge. Take it all. Huge on the process of that, because once that gets going, I think a lot of people are going to be motivated. I think we should be already motivated for the fact that, let me change this material here, that we knew it was going to come eventually, so we should already have our wash plants and all that stuff ready to go, but a lot of things happen with PD, and for one, motivation, but he also has real life things going on with work and all that stuff, so it's difficult to handle it, but hopefully we can get some things going soon. So I'm just gonna do a stockpile here of dirt. I'm not gonna start to plant for a little bit. We'll move a bunch of trucks down here, then get a good amount of material stocked up, and then I'll turn the plant on and move some pay into the plant. Anybody that's watching or viewing want a chance to play on a server, and we're more than welcome. Just we gotta contact the an admin, and I'm obviously could get you set up as well, but any server admin that's on our Discord can get you, ask you a few questions, get you on here. Just gonna carve the edge of this road out here. Oh, that's right. Every time you jump out of the freaking thing, you gotta reset it. Kind of a pet peeve of mine. I wish it would stay on, but but it's very exciting though. I mean, it's I feel like I can't create a map with material on it. I just don't like the feel of a map that has material already built into it. I know a lot of people enjoy maps that already have the materials, don't have to worry about terraform, but just to be able to dig up your own land like this right here and sculpt it, reenact, it's way more rewarding than just having material laying everywhere and then scooping it up. It's already full, man. It's so quick. We got Jeremy. Appreciate that over there on Facebook with that like. Welcome. Oh, I gotta go on to stream elements here. I got some chat over on any plans on update for backcountry. Mr. Z. Um, Not really. I'm working on a. Is this thing on? Sorry, yes. Yeah, I'm multi-streaming, and sometimes I forget to put on multi-stream chat, so I didn't see it until now. But welcome in, man. Um, I don't really plan on anything with backcountry anytime soon. I'm kind of working on a farming map right now. Kind of got it laid out. Did a little bit of work on it, not a whole lot. Again, time's been hard for me lately, but it's going to be a template basically for my 16x. So a lot of people in the community kind of want my own version of a farming map, which have never really done much of. I'm usually the more no man's, the backcountry style. You develop it yourself, which is still going to be that. It's still going to be you develop it yourself. It's just going to be more of like open plains, um, some barren plains land that you got to create your own fields. So it's still going to have the feel, I call it the RGC feel to it, but for farming. That's kind of what I'm working on now. Who knows how long that's going to take, and obviously with terraforming coming out, we have other things that we probably will be working on as well. I'm sure you guys know I'm also into iRacing pretty heavily with League and on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and that takes a lot of time. Nice, nice. Yeah, it's. I honestly really been enjoying Riverbend myself. I like the feel of the town and being able to expand out to those other territories and actually you have both worlds, right? You have all the farms and the fields and stuff that you can already have built in the map, and then you can expand by doing some logging. So I kind of really enjoyed Riverbend. I keep forgetting I gotta update the website too for 22. I don't even have I'm not sure if you can actually download this hopper feeder conveyor, which is messed up right now. I gotta fix that. Yeah, so once Terraform is out, I mean, I think there is a GitHub for it, so I'm not sure if it's in development where you can test it or not yet. I haven't really looked. I've been pretty busy. But once that's released, all my maps are going to be updated to not have materials in it, and I'm going to make that area more um, like a back more backcountry. I'm not going to have the open pits like that style. I'm going to fill them up basically, so you gotta dig those out yourself. I got some kids behind me and making noises. So yeah, I guess I plan on doing that once Terraform is out. And it sounds like it's going to be very similar to the 22 with the interface and stuff. So, which I really like the transit and all that good stuff. I'm not working the shelf right now. I'm kind of down in the carving the edges. But I really actually enjoy being up on top of a shelf as well, being able to terraform down, which is with the transit allows you to do that. That was a huge feature. Hopefully on the next cut, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to remove the shelf from being above it. You understand kind of what I'm talking about there, maybe. Just maybe a couple more over there, clean up around that road. We gotta fix these conveyors. But also, we need to have the same guy that makes Terraform actually did the material processing mod as well, which allowed us to make um, Lucifer and all these things mobile, right? So you can process material and produce pallets and whatnot. So that, hopefully, material processor and Terraformer kind of come out together. So I didn't need to do that. WFO Racing. What's up, buddy? Oh, we're back on 22, man. We're doing some gold mining. Single man mining operation tonight. Kind of last minute going live here. Been really busy with the family today. It's maple syrup weekend here in New England, and a lot of maple syrup farms are running. pretty strong, and they open up their farms to public to watch it. And so we traveled about an hour away to a maple syrup farm and did some family stuff today. Just getting settled in now. Did watch a little bit of the Xfinity race before getting dinner and stuff, but yeah, I like this time of year. It's springtime and up here in the Maine. Snow's just leaving away. All the rivers are full. Ice is going out with the lakes. What's WFO up to tonight? You getting ready for next week? It's chaos. Practice trying to stay out of wrecks. That was a interesting race there Wednesday night. I know it worked out in your favor on Tuesday there. You were lapped down, and got back on a lead lap, and was able to pull off a top 10. I've been just getting horrible luck. I've been running. I feel like I've been running pretty good. Just getting caught up in this stupid shit. But that's racing, man. It's that's the way it goes. I told myself this season I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive. Kind of put myself in situations that, you know, where I can make passes and run, you know, run with the guys instead of laying back and being cautious. So that's probably why I've been in a few wrecks. If you guys don't know, WFR Racing, he is one of the founders of WFR Racing Network, which is our Tuesday and Wednesday league that I race in that you guys have seen in Discord. Actually, exclamation point race will get you a link to their website and YouTube. So make sure to go follow that. Somebody wants to type that in the chat, exclamation point race. That's where all the fun happens on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I don't stream live, but we do a broadcast. DMS, you guys know DMS. He does the live broadcast for the races on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Somebody can put exclamation point race in there, can't they? There it is. They're trying to get monetized on their YouTube, so it would really be appreciated if anybody's in here. There's not too many people on Twitch right now, but YouTube, that's already on YouTube watching. Head over to WFR Race Network and follow. It's a lot of fun. Do a little farming. I call this farming. This is farming for gold. I don't do a whole lot of farming on 22. I've actually been enjoying it on 25, believe it or not. I've been kind of enjoying it when I get time to do. I had a nice career on. I've never really ever done a single player career. And I actually got like 80 hours on a single player career, which is an insane amount for me. It's always multiplayer stuff, working with a crew. Alright, I think I got enough pay down here, so we're just gonna get this all set up and run. I'm gonna run through all this pay so you guys can see the wash plant running, and if you haven't seen it yet. Get this pile cleaned up, and probably should shut this off here. Alright, so somehow, looks like somebody screwed this bad boy up. Always funny how, like, oh, Alt X. There we go. So the tires got screwed up here. Might have to figure out how to. It always amazes me how, like, I'm just gonna fold it up. Hope it doesn't fuck everything up. Come on, I'll just start from scratch here. Hopefully it falls into place. You know your stream title is iRacing VR test. It shouldn't be. I changed it before I went live, but oh, it says iRacing for category, Twitch category. Farming simulator. Huh. Where does it say? Oh, title down here. Why is YouTube? What the hell? Thank you for that. Yeah, it's when you want to stream it, have 5 different things I got to change, and I changed 3 out of the 5. Appreciate it. Let me know if that updates. All right. Somehow, again, like I said, other people got on the server, and there should be admin, so I don't know why this is conveyors the way it is right now. I want to be able to figure out how it might be an interactive control actually that's causing these tires to do this. Hate to have to reset it. Alright, I'm just gonna move it out of the way here. For right now, this thing figured out. Okay, we'll try it with this here, trailer mode. There it is. See, I knew it was interactive control. Alright, you got this. People had to have been messing with it pretty hard. You know you're, yeah. Alright, we're just gonna slide this back over by hand. I know it's not. Realistic, but we had it all set up once. Perfect. Oh boy, there we go. Good enough, I guess. Now this is way off here. It's amazing what happens like when you step away for just for a week or whatever and you come back. Should be pretty good. We'll see if it takes it. I think this one's running. And everything's interactively controlled, so you can turn the key on. Turn the discharge, hopper. You can even turn the lights on if you want. Just gonna load one bucket in and see. We'll turn on the wash plant too. Don't really like the fact that you gotta turn on over here first. A lot of people get confused with that. With the key, or the engine. And then you gotta turn on the shaker deck. And then your conveyor system. Oh, no, no, Reagan, what are you doing, buddy? That's my camera. You can't do that, bud. He just took my camera down. He's probably behind me, too, ain't he? Hey, buddy. Getting raided. That might be a little bit off. Everything's working. Alright. Enjoy it as well, man. Appreciate everything. Appreciate the kind words. It's looking good for 25 with mining here. We got some positive news today, so hopefully we can be gold mining at 25 before you know it. Oh yeah, WFO about hopefully they got 25 to work with the mass. Yeah, they will. I've already got backcountry over onto 25 with the 4X version. I'm kind of liking the 4X versions more than 16X. 16X is it's huge, but performance-wise, a lot better. 25, they've done a lot with it. It's kind of harder on a 16X maps, I think. Which you would hope that, as they get more games, as 25 then 28, whatever the next one is, that the 16X maps would get better performance. But it seems like they're adding too much more with the textures and adding more ground deformation and all that crap that is is harder on those larger maps. Hey, Joseph. Howdy. Yeah. Yeah, they keep adding more stuff that's harder on. They make a lot of it better, right? Then they add this other stuff that makes kind of equals itself out, and then in the end, it's worse. I did notice a big performance boost on a lot of things. They added a little bit more cores that your processor can use to process a lot of it, which helps with the engine. But this ground deformation just killed it. Killed all the good stuff they did. It just killed it, performance-wise. It's fine if you're farming, right? It doesn't really bother it much at all. It's just they killed the mining operation. I think it was cool for me the first couple weeks, whatever, the ground deformation. Oh, this is pretty neat. But overall, I don't think it's a huge game changer. I mean, you guys can let me know what you think. But if they did it like SnowRunner, right? Everybody wants a farm sim, SnowRunner / American Truck Sim, right? So the dream game would be. I think there's a game that just came out from SnowRunner, the makers of it. They're like Roadworks or something like that. I gotta play that game. Alright, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one that thinks that it's not a huge game changer for it. A lot of people wanted it though. That's like one of the biggest things people wanted Farm Sim was to have a ground deformation. But it's cool that they tried, but I don't think it's done correctly. If that makes sense. It sort of did, yes. Like, so I'm not sure if you guys know about the bug, but basically, if I was to go into landscape mode here and change this, okay, I can probably show you real quick. Actually, let's just. Oh, so I'm in 22. I can't do it. If I was in 25, I could show you. But anyway, yeah. If I was to make, just to show you, I'm not gonna do it, but if I was gonna make this the ground, take this out right here. Let's say make this nice slope all the way up to there. This whole entire chunk would not show visually, but the collision would still be there. So if you drive over it, you wouldn't be able to because you would still hit it like it's a steep wall. So yeah, it's an issue. And the funny thing is I 4MR posted in our Discord that they weren't really aware of it, the issue. I mean, it's been our community has noticed it day one. Almost everybody I talked to that plays Farm Sim has talked about it. So why don't the developers know about it? It's kind of ridiculous, but it's the biggest and most noticeable bug I've ever seen. So. Right, but if you read the post in RGC Discord there, 4MR posted it saying that he sent them a message and they sent a message back saying there was a mod conflict that was causing it. and then he reposted it back to them with a video saying, "I have no mods whatsoever," proving to them that it's not a mod conflict. So this whole entire time, they're probably thinking it's a mod conflict, and it hasn't been. It's always the modder's fault. It's never our fault. Yeah, it should never even been an issue. I mean, who tests the game? Give me a call. I can test it for you. Yeah, it's been raised enough. Like I said, 4MR got a message back saying it will be patched or fixed in the next 1.7 update. So 1.7 will address that issue and fix it, and that should allow terraforming to work correctly. Because can you imagine like digging that bank out and it's still not updating the collision for it? So everywhere you dig, you would see the material leaving, but then you won't be able to go into that area because it would still act like it's still the ground there. I just saw a mod that passed testing that had so many bugs and issues. Yeah, I don't know their whole entire process of how mods are passed. Put on a mod hub. I know there's usually a computer that takes the mod and runs it through test, and it usually passes or fails it. Um, I understand that the modding community right now is huge. It's the largest it's ever been. They're getting a lot of submissions, and it's hard for them to keep up with it. But I still think humans should be the ones taking these mods, testing them before they get put onto the mod hub. It's just common sense. A lot of them issues. I said this in a comment too to somebody. Like about 95% of the mods I download, I test them before putting on a server, and I'm usually changing and fixing bugs in them. Very rarely do I not mess with something to change something or fix something. Yeah, you actually can download the tool that they use to test the mods from the Giants software website and run it yourself before submitting it. It'll let you know all the issues. It actually goes into detail, way more in detail than what your console will say for errors and issues. It tells you if you're using the wrong format for textures, and it goes into detail. So there should be no reason for a mod not to pass to begin with, but they still let them go. I don't get it. So I really don't know the whole entire process, what goes behind it, if they ignore all the issues or not. So hopefully I don't fill this up too much here. I was going to get rid of all this material, then clean up all the tailings, and shut the plant off and restock the pile again. Doesn't look like I'm going to get much help tonight. I'm trying to stream Friday, Saturdays, and Sunday nights. I wasn't able to last night. I really am starting to get into racing. You can blame it on WFO for that, but I've been trying to follow NASCAR, and the Truck Series race was on late last night at 8 o'clock by the time I started streaming, and figured I'd just relax and watch the race. It was a good race. I feel bad for Carl Larson tonight. If you guys follow the race or not, he was like 15 seconds ahead in first place with like 6 to go, and that curse, caution came out and had to restart and got kind of screwed on a restart and ended up finishing 4th. So he's not going to be able to go for the sweep. Oh, I enjoy it, man. I enjoy it. But I will say this. I'm not gonna say it all the information, but um, hopefully, say one of my teammates comes back. He's a little frustrated with that race last week, so hopefully he cools down a little bit and they get him to come back because he's been part of the league now for a couple of years. A little bit frustrated with the driving that was going on. I think a lot of people were. All right. We'll let this empty out here. There it goes, and there it goes. Actually, I'll clean all this up. Let me shut down the plant. That's what I was going to do. Shut down the plant. Don't want to lose all that gold, right? Boom. Come on. Alright, this is a cool little feature here that we got. This is the clean out port. So click this button here. It actually lowers down the sluice runs that's inside where most of your gold is. Yeah, she's pretty full. Look at that. All kinds of gold in there. See those gold flakes? And all the rungs are full. So, yeah, we got 80,000 liters of concentrate. That's a pretty full sluice run there. Let's see how these look here. Yeah, they're getting pretty mucked up. It'd be a good time for a good cleaning. So we'll wash all this out here. So what we do, you can see all the numbers here too on the screen. 79%. So let's actually empty her out here. Buckets of gold. I'm gonna place down my pressure washer here. Hey Harvey, what's up, buddy? Did I miss JD McGraw over there? Sorry if I missed you. Sean Mora over on Facebook. Tools. It's in tools. Yeah, tools. Gonna wash out our sluices. Ah, shit, I put it on the wrong side, didn't I? Yeah, I did. A little too far. Put it right here. Okay. Rihanna needs the sluice runs. Get right up here and wash these sluice runs out. See these pans here too? These pans come out, catch all the water and all the nice fine tailings. A good little feature. Put your bucket underneath here, collect all your nice gold. Nice and shiny. Good for the next one. Alright. We'll close her back up. Now watch this. This is going to raise up. And these are going to raise up. We're going to shut down these conveyors. Turn off the lights. Everything is done manually, which is awesome. Don't need lights on anymore. Turn on the hopper. Shut down the engine. Tell them to hang in there. We banned one and having meetings with some others. We will get the bugs out. Yeah, I know you guys will. I try to explain it to him. He's a little heavy on it. I think it was, again, it's not too many people in here watching, but I think it's because it was a veteran driver that did it. It caused him to be out of the race. But yeah, I think everybody was frustrated, which made their driving a lot different. Las Vegas is not going to be much help, I don't think, because it's another one of those tracks that it's very aggressive, good handling track. So I feel like it may bring some of the same type driving. All right, I'm going to bring the truck over. Parker, calm down. Yeah. We're calm, we're calm. It doesn't bother me much. I don't have that type of attitude. It did screw me over though. Yeah, yesterday I wasn't the one that brought the caution. I thought it was at first, but it wasn't me. But Bert Wilson got up into the wall and came down on Patterson there, and Patterson checked up, and I didn't notice it. Checked up and trying to not run him over, I slammed the brakes on and got a little sideways. I did touch him a little bit, but that caused a chain reaction where Roy Hyde smacked me pretty good in the rear, and not my chances out. So I'm gonna put these tailings in the truck. I'm gonna move these tailings up to the crusher. This is a perfect operation when you have somebody managing the plant, managing the tailings, make sure the concentrate's good, not full, somebody loading the plant. You have somebody in the excavator and 2 truck drivers. A 4-person crew or 5, because you can have 1 person managing it at the plant if you really have to, but 5-person crew, this is quite the moneymaker. Doing it by yourself, a little more difficult. Actually, well, I'm just going to drive this up here. I'm going to drive that truck with tailings and then bring them back and just load up. I'm by myself, so I might as well not load up 2 trucks. Don't really need to. All by myself. I thought there'd be more tailings in that. It's not even a full truck there. It's a pretty cool looking operation, though, ain't it? Didn't realize how much land there is here. It's a lot of digging to get down to the bedrock. So what I do is I put the crusher on the outside of the claim. So this is kind of like where we're using the tailings that the wash plant produces for road construction, for building more roads and stuff like that. So this is kind of reenacting us stockpiling road making material, stuff like that, by placing it in a crusher that's on the outside of the cut. And we don't put it in the actual crusher because you get more money, so it's kind of a way to say that, you know, you don't want to make a crazy amount of money off tailings. It's not really worth it's not a whole lot, right? That was like 150,000 liters. Only getting $3 grand for it, so it's not like it's a huge money maker. But if you put it in the top area, it gives you a little bit more. So we just put it in the bottom one. Another thing that's really good about 25 is they already have the wheel buncher and the skidder that's built into the DLC. It's like built into the game, so you actually can edit it. In 22, we weren't able to. That was just kind of shitty. So this is not going to fill this truck up. So I'm not going to make a delivery up there. I'll wait for it to get filled. Next time I run material through it, then it might fill this truck up and be worth driving it up there. But don't really need to with 2 buckets. But there. What I will do though is I will grab the pickup truck, bring that down here, and bring up the concentrate. Maybe I can put the concentrate in the back of this. I don't know. Probably shouldn't do that. Yeah, we'll head up to the pickup. Oh, I can't leave that here. But we own pretty much this whole entire claim. Yeah, I'll show you guys. This is the claim. All 3 of this here, so this is a lot of stuff we got to clear cut. All these trees. So plenty of work to do. Actually, I probably could cut all that back. Probably could. I was gonna leave a road, leave the road in, but might be able to level that road right off. It's a lot of concentrate. Each bucket is 20,000 liters. So we got close to 80. We'll bring that up to the wash room, get that washed up and smelted. Should check and see. We may actually have some gold waiting for us there too. What's going on with this truck? acting a little funny. So our little homemade wash table here washes all the fines and separates the gold. Then it takes that, brings it over to our smelter, melts all that fine, nice looking gold into a bar. And we don't have any gold in there. Yeah, I think I might take this whole road right out. We'll just make a new ramp for it up there. You will make it work, you always do. Yeah. You notice that YouTube has been doing way better than Twitch lately. It's kind of crazy. Kind of like it though. And I wish YouTube would cooperate with me a little bit better because it kind of frustrated me a little bit with this whole entire process of being monetized. I didn't realize how much information they need and all this stuff, like addresses. They had to send me a PIN number in the mail, and it's pretty quite the process to become monetized on YouTube. I wouldn't say it's difficult. It's just a lot of verifications and time consuming, and I ran into problems, and it's like Twitch. It's like get 4 viewers for and like 50 followers, and then all of a sudden you get paid. It's like it's quite the process over there on YouTube. What's up, Ghost Boy? Welcome in. Felt like that was not full quite yet. It's been pretty quiet, Ghost Boy, over here in RGC in the last couple of weeks, maybe month. I'm not sure if it's just the motivation's been down with 25 being the way it's been so far for us over here with the gold mining, or if it's just the changes in the season. You know, springtime's coming. People are. I know I haven't been around as much. It could be a possibility too. Hey Joseph, yeah, that's kind of what I mean by motivation and stuff. Where I've been kind of taking a step back. Um, the issue is do I want to put in the time for a production that we want to make it like that, like a mobile thing? You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of time and effort to make it into a placeable, and then turn around and pretty much make it into a mobile thing. You know what I mean? So, and PD hasn't been around much, so it really hasn't been there. A lot of work goes into animations and getting it to work, and the mobile one's a little bit different than the actual productions. So it's very easy just to put a production out there without the animations, which is what I did. It's kind of cheating a little bit just to get by until we get these mobile things set to go. I'm supposed to be talking with Secret. I haven't been able to get talking with him. He's been putting some time into the animations and actually making some things. So long as I get it and test it and like it, I will post it for RGC stuff, because it is RGC models and whatnot. He's just making it a little bit step better for an actual production part of it. So hopefully, once I get back on the right page here, I can get talk with him and we can get some more productions out there for you guys. But we really want to have the mobile stuff, right? That's kind of what our end goal is. We need material processing and Terraform to come through. Yeah, it's working. I feel kind of bad though, really, because all the old production stuff, I put a lot of time into it. That's all we knew. We didn't know about the whole mobile stuff, and it's kind of hurt me a little bit on my motivation, I should say. And I'll be honest with you, PD, he's been doing a lot of animations, a lot of stuff for RGC when it comes down to that. And I've been spending more time on the maps, right? Taking a little bit of time away from the production part of it. So hopefully he gets the motivation to come back and we'll get that going. But he's amazing with it when it comes to the putting those together. It took us pretty much the whole full 3 years to get where we are with 22. So I didn't think it was going to take that long with 25, but. If this was my day job, fuck, I would have all kinds of good stuff for you guys. I work 40 hours a week at the mill, 2 kids and a wife. Time is hard to come by sometimes, and I want to stream. I want to show you guys things, and if I'm streaming, I'm not working on mods, right? So to have backcountry the 2 Riverbend Timbers maps, I feel pretty good about it so far with 25. It ain't horrible on my side of things, right, with the maps. That's my expertise. It's the map making. I want to learn more about the modeling and stuff like that, but just again, it takes so much time, man. The modeling is crazy, how much time it takes. Yeah, right. Fuck. Oops. Didn't mean to shut it off. I also tell a lot of people too, like, if this was my job, just to work on maps and modding and all that stuff, would I enjoy it as much as I do with making it a hobby? Like, I would be waking up every morning, like, scared I'm not gonna make enough money. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to explain, but it's a tough world. I know a lot of people can do it, but like, be content creators, and it scares the crap out of me to quit what I know all my life to be a content creator. If I can sign a contract with somebody saying, hey, you know, I'll give you $60,000 a year, that's the minimum I could probably make to survive these days. I would do it in a heartbeat, probably. That's cool, man, Joseph. Appreciate it. But if you guys do want to help RGC community, I always ask to mostly on Discord. We have subscriptions on Discord. That's the best place to do it, right there. It's a monthly subscription. I try to follow through with what the tiers are, but honestly, nobody's asked me to help with modding. There's a lot of $10 members on Discord where I'll sit down with you if you want to and help you with map creating and modding if you have questions, one-on-one stuff. So um, one person did take advantage of it, and I sat down with them for a couple hours a few times, and that's been a couple years now. So I've only done it with one person. I used to be a teacher, so I'm pretty good at teaching when it comes to certain things, I think. Oh, I should say I have patience. Patience. If you read some of the things in Discord, some of the questions that people have, the repeat questions, and you have to have patience to deal with it because uh, you do get a lot of same questions, and it's usually a mod conflict, right? People are like, hey, I can't do this, I can't do that, why is that? Like, I've already answered that question 50 times, but okay. Oh, shit. But I don't blame people for that because I do it myself. I'm not going to sit there and look through a Discord back 20 or 30 different lines, you know, see if somebody else already asked the same question. So I understand. We have a Q&A system on their Discord right now, which has helped dramatically because it does kind of have topics and people can read through that a lot easier if you look through the Q&As. Yeah, yeah. No, it's fine. But the more the questions get put out there, the more people learn too that do see it, I guess. This is a complicated system right here. I make it look easy, but to whole terraforming, setting it up, and setting up the transit, getting it all to work, um, it's quite the system. Exclamation point web, I believe, will get you to the website RGC, and I do have a terraform tutorial on there. If you don't know how to set up a transit, all that good stuff. Yes, we have a really good group of server admin, and I feel like we have a decent set of moderators too that keep an eye on everything and help. Even people that are not admin in this Discord will answer questions. It's a great community. Great community. I'm pretty happy with it for sure. Why do I feel like I'm sideways? It's weird. It's getting pretty thick back here. It's a good chunk of pay underneath this road. Probably eliminate this road and get a good stockpile down there, and we'll start loading up the plant again. You realize how much work goes into this when you're doing it by yourself. Truck drivers, plant managers. I remember at the time there was too many people that wanted to play. We had to choose who we wanted on the server. Oh boy. Today was Saturday, right? Yeah. I wonder what time it's in China, I think. Formula One race. I gotta look that up. Anybody know off the top of their head when the Formula One race is? What time it's at? In Eastern time? 'Cause I actually, it was in Australia last week, and I stayed up to midnight to watch it. Been really enjoying the Formula One. Kind of towards the last season, I was watching every race of the last 5 races or so, and really looking forward to this season. One of the biggest thing is I like about Formula One racing, besides the racing itself. A few people from Europe will understand, but there's no commercials. You can sit there when the green flag flies all the way to the end and never get a commercial interruption. You get advertisements, but never a commercial interruption. Like, the whole entire race is broadcasted right from start to finish. Why can't we do that here? I don't get it. I fell asleep twice today when I got home and watched the last bit of the Xfinity race because of during commercials. Like, I closed my eyes and sat catching myself freaking nodding off. Like, I just don't get it. Yeah, we got a good pile here. Another thing you guys notice how I do this, kind of keep it realistic. A lot of people will have conveyor systems set up to load the plant from the ground, or they'll actual build a ramp to dump these trucks in there completely. But realistically, that's not a thing you can do. It's they can't process that much material at one time, so you'll jam up your hopper feeder, cause a lot of issues with the plant. I think the max like these plants, something that Lucifer can do is like 400 um, yards. Not sure what if it's per. No, it's not per minute. Obviously, that's way too much. But you get what I'm saying. Yeah, per hour. I think it's 400 yards per hour. That's what it is. So. And that's cranking it up. Hoping to be able to get that a little bit over there, but. I did go a little bit further back than I needed to there. John Smith, what a original name you got there. Appreciate that like over there on Facebook. I feel like John is like the most popular first name, and Smith is like the most popular last name. No, it's a John Doe, but. I wonder if there's actually anybody named John Doe, realistically. Is that one name you're not allowed to be named? Jane Doe, John Doe. Alright, we'll park this bad boy up here. Lamang Hung. That's another great name. The man is hung. Oh boy. I crack myself up sometimes, I guess. I'll also just fill this up. I think we'll be done at this. We got pretty close to being matched up with the other side there. Alright, I'm glad somebody else laughed at that one. Yeah, bring the dozer out here too to open up this cut a little bit more. That's kind of weird. You know what? We'll just move down here. We'll fire this up again. Discharge hopper. Make sure you don't jump into it to start it. Things don't work properly. Gotta use the interactive controls to make these things run correctly. Turn the key on, turn the conveyor systems on. You can turn lights on if you want, don't need to, but that's a little bit off there. So we gotta jump up here. Fire the key on there. We got to turn conveyor shaker deck on, turn these water on, all that good stuff. That's pretty much it. Fairly simple process. not sure if you guys remember the last server that we ran on backcountry as a group, how much work the community put into that. We had a full man crew for like 6 months. I would say straight. We took some time off in between. We did work 2 months here, 2 months there, but a total of 6 months working together. It was just amazing the amount of work that we put into it. I was hoping that we can get a decent amount on here. We put so much work into it. I actually created a map off the work that we did. So on the website, if the town version is basically all the work that we did to backcountry. So backcountry was original the way it is, with no town, with no mines, whatever. And that version is the amount of work that we did manually to the map in the save game. I'm not sure if anybody knows that, but so the backcountry town version for 22 on the website basically is our save game progress. And obviously it's not 100% exactly the way it's taking, because I had to edit it to make it work, right? I had to kind of clone it in Giant's editor, so to speak. So some of the buildings in the town is a little bit different, but it's really close to exactly how we had the save game. I thought about bringing that back into this career here, but we kind of took a vote. Figured that we'd just start fresh. Starting to get a little bit of a backup on that first conveyor there. You can see it building up. That means I'm actually loading this faster than that conveyor can keep up with it. So we're doing pretty quick here. How much concentrate we get out of this pile. I think we had some concentrate left over from whoever got on over the last week, because I had it all emptied out when I got off there last week, but I think somebody was on moving some pay. Messing up my conveyor. What happens when you push a bunch of buttons on these conveyors? You think you hit the wrong thing and it does stupid stuff. I'm sure that's what happened. Few more buckets. That's a lot of pay I brought down. Guess it's not too bad working by yourself. I remember those times we had those competitions. Might be fun to have an individual competition by yourself. See how much material you can process through the plant by yourself. Esports, gold mining. Of course. Now we get somebody in here. Talking about it by doing it by working myself. What's up, cowboy? Angler Ace, how you doing? Welcome in. Is that cowboy? Did you change your name to Angler Ace? By chance? So I know you've been doing a lot of fishing lately. Called it. Quite the angler. He's quite the gold miner too. Yeah, it is. I should play that. I have the game. It's one of those things, man. Like, I say this all the time. Like, I just don't have the time to do this. You know what I mean? Like, I want to farm. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to race. I want to just don't have the time anymore. I want to retire. Then I can play all these games, right? Me too. How can we do it, WFO? How can you come up with a way that we can make enough money and not worry anymore? Oh wait, play the power. Win the Powerball, right? I'll tell you a quick little story about Megabucks, Powerball, whatever you want to call it. I was just yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I was at the gas station, and not even 5 minutes earlier, a guy scratched off $1 million scratch ticket. The store was all ecstatic about it. I mean, this is big news around, my town. It's a pretty small town. The person's a local. We know him pretty well, so it was pretty neat. But I just looked at those tickets the other day. I was like, I can't believe they're selling $30 freaking scratch tickets. I was like, who in the hell wants to spend 30 bucks with a chance to lose it? You know what I mean? It's like, I thought it was a lot. And I was like, no, I should just buy like 10 of them. Spend 300 bucks just for the fun of it, right? I mean, I should win. Maybe I'll win. I don't gamble, so I didn't do it obviously, but the fucking same ticket that I was looking at, thinking that I should buy 10 of them, is when I hit $1 million. It was like a week before. I'm sure they said they sold 10 of those tickets after I went in there. I think it's the number one sellers with $30 tickets. It says you have a chance to win $1 million on it, but a lot of people are gonna buy it, but it's just crazy, right? That close. That close. $1 million would not solve any money financially for me anyway. I mean, you can't retire with just $1 million. I mean, for the rest of my life, I feel like I had another. I'm almost 40, so 20 years of working, I guess. Guess I could take that million and invest it. That might be a way. I might be able to. But you invest it, then you get. Yeah, he might get half two taxes, right? But probably want to walk away with 620,000 the most taxes. You're right there. But hey, I had zero before I went in the store, and if I come up with 600,000, that's a win, right? But yeah, again, the $1 million is not even. It shouldn't even be the number. I know in Canada, I'm pretty sure. Correct me if you want. Anybody from Canada can correct me. I'm pretty sure any lottery you win, you win that amount. So if you win $1 million, you get $1 million. You don't pay taxes on lottery. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be complaining about. I mean, I would still complain, right? Like Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam. Alright, I can take a look at these tailings here. Now, I brought enough pay down here not to worry about it, but let's go take a look. Yeah, right. This part of the middle class now, being a millionaire. Might be building up tailings. Yeah, it is. No, I mean, I guess it's similar to what it once was, because the lower end now, like, it's crazy to me to think that, 20 to 50,000. I think anything below 20,000 would be poor, but now it's like anything below 50,000. I think it might be like 70,000, maybe poor now. I remember when I was like 18, it's like, oh, if I can make $25,000, $30,000 a year, I'd be shining. 20 years later, gonna make 100K. To feel comfortable. I do know one thing that kind of helped me out a little bit is the value of the house. It was it's doubled. My house value is doubled, so it's went up over $200,000. It was $100,000 when we bought it. Well, 20 years ago. Tony, got quite a few likes over there on the old Facebook. You make 85 is struggle, yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, I work at the mill. I make right around that, but I also have properties that get me up over that 100. But it's single. I mean, I'm not single, but my wife don't work. I don't have any other income besides my properties and working at the mill. Oh, I guess I get a little bit of income from you guys, I guess, but all that kind of, most of that goes back to the community. I pay for servers, models, and I try to put most of it back to the community. Obviously, not all of it goes to that spot, but I guess I deserve a little bit. State of Maine used to be a really nice place to live when it comes to the lower income. The cost of living should be very good here. You got a fucking idiot as a governor. The whole world knows about her now. Pretty much drove our state into the ground. But hopefully it changes. Alright. I want to do one more bucket, then I'll clean up the tailings, and then I'll come back. Now that Cowboy's here, I'll put you guys to sleep running this wheel loader. Oh my god. Yes, Oregon is like a twin to the state of Maine. I must be Cali. No, no. I'm from Maine. I'm from Maine. You know about our governor because of the whole Trump thing. Telling her to go fuck off. Basically in front of everybody, saying that you're not getting any federal aid if you don't take men out of sports, women's sports. Fine. Tailings. So guess what? She says she's going to take him to court, which is fine, whatever. But the issue is the funding that we get is not allowing her to release funds for Medicare, for Medicaid. So these hospitals are not getting their bills paid, and one of our largest hospitals in the state has to lay off 100 workers, and a local hospital in my town that I live in is shutting its doors. So yeah, we're gonna lose a hospital over this, and 100 people are gonna lose their jobs because she won't allow men to not play in women's sports. I mean, what the fuck? And then of course she's making it sound like it's Trump's fault. Yeah. 95% of our state don't want it to happen, but it's okay. She does, so it's fine. Oh yeah, it's horrendous. Alright, so I usually don't like to talk about politics, but this one kind of goes over the top. Yeah, it's pretty sad. A lot of it's pretty sad. Alright, so when I put one bucket in here, it's going to shoot out a shit ton of tailings. It does that a lot of times. Because I backfilled it. Let's see, it should spit out a shit ton of tailings. Or not at all, so we got to reset it. So something that you guys can see happens right here is if you clean it up, a lot of times you got to reset the see how that works? You got to reset that conveyor system. Recycle it. So if you do a cleanup, if you have material or tailings that back up into the plant, because you're not picking up quick enough, you have to recycle it. It's just a tip. Hit the black button. I was pretty close though. I said that next time I clean it up, it would be close to a full truck. Oh, not quite. Hey, what's up? Common Logistics. How you doing? We are we are running some material. I did about an hour and a half worth of work by myself. Finally, we get some help here. So, starting to get some more progress here. Gotcha. That's good. Now, hopefully, I don't have to recycle it again. It should be fine. I don't think it backed up into the plant, but should be good to go. Do you to see the blue? The blue is always the giveaway. The color of the icons and stuff on the game is going to tell you what game it is. So yeah, we're on 22. Also, the title I think says 22, but that's okay. But yeah, whenever I do some gold mining into Terra Farm comes out, material processor comes out, I'll be doing all the gold mining on 22. It's a teaser though, isn't it? Take a quick look over at the plant, make sure we're cycling through, and we are getting material dumped on the ground. I love Cowboy's approach, just drive it over the pile. That's what we call goofy style. If you know, you know. So, Cowboy, if you're listening, we can finish off that little bit there till you get to where the road is. Don't kind of cut into the road yet. And then we'll move the transit set up at a lower level and we'll work a new bench. So keep scraping the back side of that wall there. Should only have like 2 more trucks if that left. Yeah, I used to go by that, but there's a mod that people change the hood color. Well, you know, there's a mod for everything, isn't there? Yeah, that's fine. I didn't know there was a mod for that. I mean, there's a mod for everything these days. Oh no, I was. You can drive on a pile. I mean, no big deal. Yeah, a couple more trucks running down the side of that area where that road is, and then we can start a new bench. Yeah, Common Logic does some good stuff there. Has good content. Check them out. YouTube's right there for you guys on Twitch. They have a couple viewers over on Twitch. Like I said, YouTube is where it's been at. You guys have been coming out, watching. Very rarely does any content. I don't really consider myself a content creator, but anybody that streams typically Twitch is where the most of the viewers come from. But YouTube has been the hot spot lately. Fuck Twitch. what would you call somebody that creates mods for a community? Is that content? I guess it is content, isn't it? I guess I could be a content creator in a different way. I do post YouTube videos, so I guess so. That reminds me, I do get to sit down and make a video. That's another thing people don't want to realize. If I want to post a video on YouTube and put one together, you know, it takes an hour to make it, you know, to get it to where you want it. Then it takes another hour to edit it, then to upload it. Yeah, no problem. Anytime you're doing anything with RGC, it's good content, right? Yeah, I feel like it's more work working on making videos than it is streaming, right? You know, streaming is a lot to it too. People don't realize putting a stream together. Once you get it set up and stuff, you know, it's plug and play. But you still got to prepare and you have content to do what you want to do. But putting a video together and editing it, making it professional, is a lot of work there. But welcome in, Brazy. Appreciate it. Like I've been saying, like my Twitch, I don't know what's going on with Twitch. I've lost. I don't stream enough anymore, but usually Twitch does better than YouTube, and YouTube has been where most of my content people are watching from, which is good. You've been lurking. Yeah, WFO stopped in tonight too, so good to see you guys over here. We do miss you on the broadcast. Missed your voice there watching that racing broadcast. He did not. But yeah, also I know there's a whole lot of people on here, but anybody over YouTube, Sir Brazen Bull on Twitch there, he's a pretty avid streamer these days. He's just a good following, awesome, pretty cool streams and entertaining fella. Give him a follow, check him out next stream. Pretty sure he streams on Sunday, so he'll be live tomorrow. I wish he'd play more of the RGC backcountry style maps and get into this gold mining stuff. I don't understand why nobody like doesn't want to do the gold mining. I just can't grasp. Again, I've been getting into the farming on 25, so I'm not going to say too much bad about farming, but to watch somebody farm, to me, it's not that entertaining. I enjoy doing it, plowing in fields and, you know, and all that stuff, but it's hard for me to watch it. Brazy, he makes it more interesting. He's a funny guy and stuff like that, so I don't mind checking out his streams and things like that. But the full farming part of it, it's hard for me to be in contact with that aspect. Gold mining and forestry and things, I enjoy watching that. No, you don't get to see a whole lot of gold mining though, or any type of mining on streams with Farm Sim. I think I'm pretty much the only one I've noticed. Every now and then you get a few, but been going back and forth with this wheel loader. Somebody's probably drooling on himself right now, right? I'll try to change it up a little bit for you guys. Shenanigans, yes, yes. Yeah, it's a big part of it. Personality. I'm pretty dry. My wife gets irritated with. I don't show a whole lot of emotions. Just very straight to the point. That's why I make a good teacher. So if you guys want to know anything or Want to learn something? I'll show you. That's where I probably get a lot of viewing from. Yeah, and that's what I mean. It's more of a hangout, like a podcast, right? It's just chatting and shooting the shit while you play a game together. That's what I like about Farm Sim. It's so laid back, so community's pretty good. I mean, there's some modding aspects of it that can be pretty shitty, right? Pretty corrupted. Stealing mods and posting as their own, and taking your mods and posting them to mod sites and thinking they're cool because they're doing it, or doing you a favor, and you're not. Oh, shit. Fuck that up. You've never done farming. Hey, I don't do it a lot. I think I've been saying this quite a bit. Like 25 is really the first time I've done a career by myself where I farmed for 80 something hours, which is a lot for me. It has to do a little bit with the productions, right? I think the productions are getting better with the base game. How they're built into the map, and you gotta move wood and material to build certain things, and really enjoyed that part of it. Alright, so we gotta build a bench, I think, guys, so we gotta learn something here. So we gotta set up our transit to do a new bench. Looks like he has it all set up there. So let this process. It's crazy that my favorite game is farming game and allows me to have fun not farming. It's been my story of my life, man. Alright, so we're gonna move the transit to a lower level here. Should be that's a good chunk right there in it. Good bench. Move it up a tiny bit. We'll test it first, obviously. Alright, so basically all I did was I went in here, I hit collaborate, right? I clicked randomly off to the side here. Right, just clicked off to the side to make a line. Doesn't really matter what line it is. Then you hit set level. That will set level between those two lines. So our next, what he's doing with the excavator is going to go down to this level here. So you can sit up here and dig this bench out and work his way back. So that's all it does. Now that you set that point, you can move this transit so it's not in the way. You got your set point, which is in this area. We're going to see how far down it is here in a second when he gets over here. While he's doing that too, I could strip some more overburden off too, because I got to open up, scrape all the overburden, all these bushes and stuff down. I get you. Yeah, that's part of your life growing up. For me, I started out in the woods, forestry. Did a lot of work in the woods, forestry-wise. But I grew up on a dairy farm. So I'm really shocked. I think I would be more into it, the whole dairy part of it, the cows and all that stuff. But I think it's overshadowed by this whole gold mining operation stuff. Because dairy farms was a huge thing in the state of Maine. And is that too big of a shelf? Was that good, Cowboy? It's quite a bit of land there, but I think that'd be alright. Try to separate this into two. So, there's still quite a bit left there too, though. It's fine, alright. game killing. That was that game link button. I told my uncle if I ever decided to do dairy in real life, shoot me, something is wrong. Yeah, that's the thing too, man. It's just cows are nasty to smell. Like I didn't grow up on a farm like our family owned it. It was, if you look it up, Flood's Farm in the state of Maine. It's the largest dairy farm in Maine, and it's in the town I live in is the dairy capital of Maine. So they have, I think, I can't remember what the number is, like close to 10 or maybe over 10,000 head of dairy cows on this farm, and it's just crazy. It's crazy how much dairy I've been around. Maybe that's why, because I've been around too much of it, but that's all there is around here. Alright, I guess we'll continue. I don't think I need to clean this up yet. Should be good here. What we got? 57%. Alright, we're good. So what does game get link mean? Mini block. Got a nice little view there now with him slinging the pay in the background. Anybody got the F1 race time? I asked that earlier. I don't want to work it up on my phone, but I might have to at the end of stream here. Formula One race. When is it? This weekend. What time is it tomorrow? It's in Asia, I think. So fucking A. I did it a second ago. The time is way off, and I had to stay up to midnight last week to watch it from Australia. It's fairly close to the same time zone, so it might be like at 2 or 3 in the morning. I might be racing live on ESPN. You down. Settle down. There it goes. I seen like 3 a.m. Okay, 3 in the morning. Eastern time. You probably posted it earlier. I didn't even notice it. I've been really enjoying the Formula One. 3 a.m. though, I may have to take a nap, get up and watch it. You take another nap, then watch a NASCAR race tomorrow. Cowboy's pulling a Parker Schnabel, loading himself and driving the truck. You guys remember, if you ever watched Gold Rush, he'd done that a few times. Back in his youngin' days. It's kind of crazy that when I first started watching that thing, he was a teenager. Now he's almost 30 years old. It's insane. Alright, so Cowboy, I'm gonna say just two more trucks. We'll clean up all this bay here, clean up the wash plant, and see where we're at there at that point. I don't want to get too much going here underground. So 2 more trucks delivered here, then we'll start cleaning up all the tailings, and probably should get another real loader down here. Tag team the plant. That's the most efficient way to do it, right? Is have a wheel loader picking up tailings and one loading the plant, or an excavator. Excavator loading the plant is a great tool as well, which I actually prefer using, but it's a lot of fun loading. Oh, I did it again. Fire me. Having a hard time. She'll fall down on its own here in a second. We got our new shelf started. Looks like you have a nice place for the truck to drive. It's a good indicator if somebody gets on with what's going on here. It's a pretty good sized shelf there too. I think we can manage that in 2 cuts. And then we can get that concentrate. We probably won't be able to. It takes a while for that process into gold. This concentrate that we're getting right now, but once we get up there, we should be able to run the gold that we got now. I mean, earlier that we already put into the smelter. But this new concentrate we put in it's gonna take a couple hours for it to process. I could do some logging and whatnot to let it cook in there, but hoping that I can get all this material into the plant before it overflows with tailings. It's gonna be close. Put a lot of material in there. In real life, that's a bad thing to do, is to overflow your sluices with, have it back up into your sluices, that is. Keep up on it. Hey, he's getting rid of some tailings there. We're almost cleaned up. Pretty successful day though. Just like I said, I was by myself for the first Hour and a half. We moved at least 20 trucks. I would probably guess 10 trucks each, probably. Yeah, that hopper feed is way off alignment there. Had to fix that when we get done. Hit it a couple of times, I might be able to get it back into alignment. I just want to mess it up. The thing is so heavy when it's on. It's part of like the hopper feeder. Like whenever you turn it on or hit the conveyor system, it drops like 75,000 pounds into it, so it doesn't move when you hit it. You know what I mean? It's a little cheat that we do. Because if you're driving this and you're loading it, you're going to be bumping it a lot. Obviously, it's like a video game, right? So that's what we did. We added a weight whenever you turn it on. Conveyor. Good enough. Alright. Get everything looking nice. Oh. Crazy. You guys can tell that these are two different types of tailings. So to fine and the coarse tailings. Fine obviously comes out the bottom of the sluice. The coarse comes off the shaker deck, separates the larger rocks from the smaller material, and then the smaller material gets screened out through the sluices, and then at the bottom of the sluice you get your fine tailings. Alright, let's cycle this real quick and see if there's any more material in here before we give it a wash. We do have some material in here, so that's gonna be kind of shitty because I gotta run a little bit of pay through it to trigger it. Keep that in mind. If you, like I said, if you don't keep up with your tailings and it backs up, it keeps track of it inside the wash plant. You need to cycle it. Like I just said, I just turned the conveyors off and turned it back on, but now I gotta throw just a tiny bit of hay. Just should have a little bit right here. Hopefully this will do it. And that right there will hopefully discharge it all onto the ground. So watch. Blip. There wasn't a lot in there though, was there? Actually, I didn't even see any of the coarse tailings come out, so check that again. Oh, it all came out. Yeah, I'll put the coarse, I'll put the fines in. Quite a bit of tailings we ran through. This has gone through a lot of work too. We got 6.2 something miles on that, by the way. So I'm gonna turn this off for now. I'll drive it up in a minute, but let's shut this wash plant down, clean her up. Whoa. Didn't realize that was gonna happen. Whoa. Since I put that in there, it's interfering with the spawning of the buckets. Yeah, show nice and clean now. All nice and clean. Yeah. Pretty amazing what you can do with this. Alright, we'll go grab the pickup. Bring down the trailer. I think we have some fuel in the trailer already, I hope. Yep. Fill up all the machines. Hope we don't get killed by Ghost Man. I mean, Ghost Man. Cowboy. Oh, something's going on with this truck. It's not running right. So, I'm pretty sure I can. Nice, yeah, he smoothed that out nicely. What a trooper. So I figured we'd fill up everything here, so I'm just gonna drive up to all the equipment. Fuel her up. Sounds like you're taking a piss. Oh, don't worry about them. Screw the loggers. Fuck them. I do gotta go down to the one truck down here. Yeah, we just gotta switch switch to the logging crew, but fuck them. I think this can be filled up too. That wasn't much at all, was it? This thing's been acting up. This truck is sluggish. I don't get it. Hopper and conveyor? I guess we try it. I didn't know if they were electrical or not. They had fuel on them. I guess they do. Real life, they're electrical. They run off the generator from the plant there. This one actually has a... Yeah, no, that one has an engine in it. There, everything fueled up. Let's bring that gold back to the washroom. And then we'll make a trip into town to the port with what we have for gold already there, I think. See how much money we made. But we're sitting on 80, so we did 80,000 earlier, 79,000, so 160,000 liters of concentrate basically. It's a pretty good haul. So only got 40,000 liters of gold bars, so we didn't even get through all the other concentrate. So I guess we can just let this brew here. What do you think? It's gonna take a while for that concentrate to get cleaned and turned into gold bars. So when we get on tomorrow, obviously when the server's not running and nobody's in here, it's not gonna be running. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit before we clean that out. We can make a run to the bank, I guess. So fuck it. Might as well get rid of this 40,000. Off to the bank we go. So we had another probably 20,000 liters to go from the time before. So it's a very slow process cleaning up that. We don't change the speed, just one time speed the whole entire time. With the production, that's another thing. The reason why we want to step away from productions, placeable productions, because it's based off time. the speed. Mobile wash plants and anything that's mobile, we can speed it, do our own time, right? It doesn't matter if it's 100 times scale, 1 time scale, it's always going to produce the same speed. So we get to control it. Yeah, so I'm not sure what's going on with this truck, but I know it's not a weight issue. It's just, I think it might need to be reset. Maybe it's the engine. I don't know. Very sluggish. It is replicated after a Ford, so pretty sure. I didn't even look at the gold prices, but probably be good to get them out. We might be able to afford another wheel loader. But we're definitely setting on a good amount at the washroom, so we'll be millionaires before you know it. I mean, it's been to the sawmill. Usually they get a little bit of work done there. Loggers did a little bit of work. All right, what do we get? 120,000. Yeah. 138,000. Not bad. Oh yeah, they got some pallets down there. They compete with the loggers. They've been making some pretty crazy money. But yeah, that's basically the mining operation in a nutshell. We're just continuing cutting the trees, opening up more land, and then we're gonna go behind it, mine it all out, all the way down to bedrock, and just keep going. Obviously, getting a crew on here would make it quicker. I can only be on, 3 or 4 days, evenings out of the week, so the process is a little bit slower than it used to be, but. It is open up to the public, just a little bit of an interview if you do want to get on the gold claim and help us mine. It's not too hard of a process, just basically ask you a few questions about your operating skills. If you do like to operate, you just want to drive trucks to help out, your dedication, how much you want to be a part of the mining operation. If it's just going to be there every now and then versus, dedicated there every day. A few questions like that, get you the password and get right on here. We're only doing logging and mining on this server. There's no farming involved here. Yeah, I can barely afford it. I ain't too worried about it. It's just cosmetic. We'll keep building a capital, and at the end of the year, maybe expand. It's in September now, so we get plenty of time to make some money. So we have a loan we got to pay off too, so it's not free mining out here. It's expensive. Yawn. About that time, I guess. Take a nap, and then I'll get up and watch the Formula 1 race. Yeah, have a good one, W. Phil. We're gonna be closing shop here for the night. Appreciate you hanging out. Look at that. We got some gold sitting right there on the ground. Already ready to go. To gold in the safe. So yeah, sitting on 91,000 liters of concentrate, so that's gonna get cleaned up into gold flakes and then brought into smelted. So at a 91,000, we'll probably get 80,000 liters of gold. So if we got 138,000 for 40,000 liters, that's going to be double that. So we're sitting right now in the washroom at like a good 300,000 worth of gold. So that's good. That would definitely put us up close to that million mark. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it tonight. I know the viewership hasn't been where it's at, but we'll grow it back up again. Um, Hopefully I can make it on tomorrow. We'll see. Sometimes I'll stream during the day on a Sunday, but I can never set a set schedule anymore. I try to be on Friday, Saturday, Sundays, and Monday nights. That's my days. The evenings I may have time to do it, but caring for racing and other interests and family and stuff, we'll see. I'm gonna try putting more videos up on YouTube, keep you guys entertained that way. But I'll talk to you guys later. Hopefully, get to see you guys tomorrow.